Bonjour, Hillsborough. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to, let's double check this, Thursday. It is Thursday in the middle of the pandemic, and it is COVID time. It's 5:30 everywhere down here. My name is Eryk. This is Lana, and we're going to be hanging out with y'all this evening, so thank y'all very much for joining us. Just remember, if y'all are kicking it live with us, to be over here and comment, we will be watching that stuff. Today, you're getting ready for dinner over at Radius. They are serving pan-seared North Carolina grouper with sauteed sugar snap peas and duck fat roasted russet potatoes with a lemon tart for dessert. Yummy. And over at Antonia's for food to go, they've got Chipotle chicken. You know what? Instead of telling you the Antonia special, we have Mr. Brian Pearson here today himself to tell you the Antonia special. So let's just go ahead and let y'all wait on that. I know if we were playing by the rules, we would be doing Catherine Whalen Jazz tonight from 6 to 8. But since we're locked down, that's going to be going on tomorrow. Tonight, though, at 7, Love and Valor. We'll tell you more about that. But all I can say is we're not alone because we got you, and we got no shortage of drinks, as Miss Lana is about to demonstrate. Madame?
Yes, tonight we're going to make a lovely Manhattan, which is Brian's cocktail of choice typically here at Yonder. So we're going to use Elijah Craig because that's what we have in the bar today. You can make with bourbon or rye. I would maybe possibly make it with rye as well. Angostura bitters and sweet vermouth. So as usual, 2 full ounces of Elijah Craig. And that goes in, you can go in a shaker or a large glass or whatever. We're going to stir this for a change. Sorry, Meg. We're going to stir this one. And then 1 ounce of vermouth. Yes, tonight we're going to make lovely. Oh, nice. And then about 2-3 shakes of bitters, depending on, how much you want to go. That was 2 big shakes.
And hello to Michael Howard as well.
So for this, you move it around in the glass with a spoon. Same as kind of like yesterday. This is going to get good and icy cold. When that's good and icy cold, I'll know that we're good, but we're not too diluted. And I have a pre-chilled glass as, again, stemware, like I mentioned the other day. Stemware is good for drinks that you're serving with that aren't on ice. So there you go. It's nice and clear. See, if you shake something like that, you're going to have a nice cloudy mess. But this is a beautiful, clear cocktail. And then 1 cherry. Perfect. Cheers. Yes to you, Brian.
Yes. I know if we're playing by the rules, normally after he gets done with his shift, Mr. Brian Pearson, we'll pop over for one of these Manhattans. He takes his with Woodford Reserve, if y'all are ever buying him one. But since he can't come by after his shift, we got him right now. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Brian Pearson of Antonia's downtown. Brian, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. I got a Manhattan right here. I'm feeling good about that.
There you go. Right in the spirit. Hey, how'd you get a shift off? Because rumor has it you work 7 days a week, lunch and dinner.
I didn't get a shift off. I'm here to satisfy your loyal public. I'm here to talk to your people and my people. But there is no such thing as a shift off. I've been working all day, and I'm going to go back to work.
Dang, dude. Dang, that's a machine. Hey, normally we've been telling everybody the specials over at Antonia's at the beginning of every shift. But today we figured we'd let you do it. What's on special today?
Well, okay, we've got a lot of specials today. We've got the family meal special, which feeds 4 people. Today, that's $58, and it includes grilled chicken with a chipotle cream sauce, mushrooms, and tomatoes, served with roasted red potatoes and a broccoli and cauliflower seasoned medley. That comes with mixed green salad, ciabatta with infused oil, and your choice of either a New York style cheesecake or a key lime pie for dessert. Like I said, that feeds 4 for $58. Every Thursday and Friday and Saturday, we have our date night meal, which feeds 2 and includes a bottle of wine. So the date night special this weekend is shrimp stuffed with crab imperial and broil, served with rice pilaf and a vegetable medley. That comes with a rosemary garbanzo tapenade for an appetizer on top of a crostini. It's delicious. Made it myself. Wonderful. And the dessert is an Italian cream cake that my mother-in-law made. She's just the best cake maker ever. So, shout out to Kathy. She's a great cake maker. I don't know if she's watching, but if she is, I'm talking about you. And then we have the Mother's Day special on Sunday. We have meals that feed either 2 or 4 for Mother's Day. That's going to be filet mignon, Maryland crab cake, a broccoli souffle. It's mashed red potatoes, Parmesan mashed red potatoes. We have a lemon cake with strawberry frosting, strawberry ganache frosting, actually. And that, the price is going to vary depending on how many people want to use it for. For 4 people, it's $98. For 2 people, it's $64. Delicious. Just delicious all the way around. We have lots to offer. We're doing growlers right now. We're doing all of our draft beer in growlers, half gallons for $25. If you bring the growler back to fill it, it's $20. Half price bottles of wine. We're selling our infused olive oil. We're selling lavender syrup. I'll sell you the artwork off the walls if you want. We got all that. We got everything.
Dang, there are restaurateurs out there that want to fuck around, and then there's you, brother. Like, good job, good job. So you said date night is $69.
$69, and it includes a bottle.
Nice, nice.
Hey, you can take what you want out of that. Take what you want from that.
Good job. Hey, so this thing hit you same as everybody, like St. Patrick's Day. But how long was it until you were up and running? Like, because you're up and running. Like you're operating at pretty high capacity for, to go is always going to be a dent compared to regular. But like you're rolling. How long did it take you to get rolling?
We never stopped. They gave us the news that we were closing at 5:00 on St. Patrick's Day. And I had to sign up in the window about carry out and delivery by 3:00 on St. Patrick's Day, and we sold some carry out that night. You have to evolve, or you're going to die. That's all there is to it. And so we fear death, and so we evolved. And in the beginning it was kind of a mess. I mean, we really didn't know what we were doing. We were just kind of flying by the seat of our pants. But we've been doing it for a while now, and we make a pretty good delivery service and carry out service at the moment. That being said, when this is over, we ain't doing this no more. We're going to be a regular full service restaurant, just like we all want to be.
Nice. You
have Lynn Meadow hollering over at you. Apparently a big fan. Says your food is yummy.
She's my buddy.
There you go. Yeah, you probably have quite a few of those now, especially. So. Here goes the dog. Here
goes my crouton.
So yeah, good job. You said, hey, when this is over, what do you think your projection is? Because we're supposed to hit phase 1 tomorrow.
Well,
we're phase 2. I think you get to open up in phase 2 at limited capacity. We
get to open up at phase 2, but we don't know what the terms are. It all really depends. Over is a relative term. For me, over means that we go back to normal operation. That's when it's over. Going through these phases, that's not normal operation. If they let us open it up at 20% or 50% or whatever, it's something. I'm grateful for the, opportunity to be able to open back up. Trust me, the first person who walks through the door, I'm going to cry a little bit. It's going to be right here. It's going to be tough for me to keep it all together because it's been a long time, and this is what I do, and I miss that. I didn't buy a Papa John's. I bought an Italian restaurant. And right now I'm kind of doing Papa John's stuff. So nothing against Papa John's. Okay. That being said, like when phase 2 comes around and we're allowed to open, under certain circumstances, I think that, our best course of action is going to be to continue to do the carry out and the delivery as well as do in-house full service. I don't see being able to generate enough revenue to survive doing just one or just the other at that point in time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got a lot of people to pay. I mean, when my wife and I bought this restaurant, we've talked about this. We went from having 2 kids, which are ours biologically, to having 32 kids because we adopted 30 other people when we bought this restaurant. We agreed to take care of these people. I mean, they're our responsibility. So I've got to do whatever it takes to make sure that we're able to put ourselves into a position to keep paychecks rolling for these guys so that they can live their lives. So that's what we're doing.
Well, that's it. And for folks that probably aren't familiar with you yet, that you coming in and doing that, like Antonia's down there on Churton and King has been a mainstay for several years, but you're rather new to that building and that business. Where'd you come from?
Where did I come from?
Yeah, and what kind of crazy person you got to be to come into Hillsborough and run a restaurant?
27 years ago, I was born in Baltimore, Maryland.
Woo!
27. Yeah, today's my 27th birthday, as a matter of fact. Just so you know.
You need to moisturize, Brian. You need to moisturize.
All right. Anyway. All right. Enough lies right now. Oh yeah, I'll have a drink too. Here's to you.
Cheers.
I came from Baltimore originally, but I've lived all over the country. I've experienced the United States in all its glory and in all of its regions. I've lived in Durham for the last 15 years. And prior to buying Antonia's, I was the bar manager of Carrabba's in Durham for 10 years. And I've been in some form of management in restaurants for 25 years, and I've been working in restaurants my whole life. So, the next logical step was for us to buy our own place. I mean, I was doing all the work, but I was doing it for someone else. So we figured if I'm going to do all the work, let's do it for us. So here we are.
Hell yeah. Which part of Baltimore?
Catonsville. You familiar?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I do my partying down in Holland's Market.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Baltimore's like my New Orleans. When I get out of town, I like to go to Baltimore, and that's the place to throw down.
It's a dirty joint. It really is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Baltimore.
No,
nothing. Have a good time. Go to Baltimore. That
crab cake on your dinner, is that a Baltimore style crab cake or is that a Southern?
It's absolutely a Maryland crab cake. It's
nice.
Can I talk about crab cakes for a minute?
Yes, please, absolutely. Please.
Let me tell you something about crab cakes. I've come to North Carolina, and every now and then you come across something that calls itself a crab cake on the menu. And, honestly, I'm sort of a crab cake snob. I came from Maryland. I've eaten a lot of good crab cakes. And I can say with some pretty clear finality, that ain't crab cakes. What you're eating right now, that ain't crab cakes. What I'm about to make for you, this is a true Maryland crab cake. There's no bread in it. People have been calling me and asking me, is that crab cake gluten-free? Because they're expecting it to be full of bread. And I'm like, there's no bread in this crab cake. This is gluten-free. So, if you're a gluten-free person and you want to have a crab cake, now you can have one.
Nice.
This is the real deal. I mean, if you want the real deal, come and get one of these crab cakes because you won't be able to get them anywhere else.
Yeah, I've worked seafood forever. I recently even have worked at, at a 4-star seafood restaurant, and that's what people would say, how's the crab cake? And that's always how I'd answer. I'd be like, well, where are you from? They'd be like, I'm from Maryland. I'd be like,
yeah,
get the calamari. Why don't you have the calamari?
we will occasionally go to Baltimore, and I will have crab cake for every single meal. I will work it into every meal. And there's at least 4 meals a day when you're on vacation. So that's at least 4 different crab cakes every time we go to Baltimore.
Well, I'll save some and I'll bring y'all some over so you can taste some good old Maryland crab cakes.
I'm absolutely not going to turn that down.
Oh, no, hell yeah.
You'd be a fool to turn that down.
Hell no. Yeah. What time do I need to eat?
So, what? Oh, so I don't know how much you've had time to pay attention to the news lately, but outside of our Hillsborough bubble, outside of COVID and all that, have you heard of the murder hornets?
Yes, I have. And it's just the latest incarnation in the Can I say shit show? That's
Oh
what's
yeah,
gonna
you
happen.
can.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
A, man.
Yeah, that's well, that's the latest incarnation in the shit show of 2020. That's exactly what we're dealing with right now. I think I saw somebody commenting about the what was it, gorillas with chainsaws on their hands or something like that. That's next. That's next. You know, whatever. Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
The answer is yes. I have heard of the murder hornet.
Yeah, that was my question. What the hell is next? If you had to bet, what? Because it's going to snow this weekend in some parts of the area. Like it's May, and we've already set Australia on fire. We had a pandemic. Kobe died. Now we got murder hornets. What's next?
It's got to end sometime, man. It's got to end sometime.
Like the world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say that, dude. Don't say
I
that.
have faith. I mean,
Don't say
whatever it is that we did, we're sorry.
Not
Stop
everybody.
it.
That's the problem.
Whatever it is that we did, can't we just be friends again? Let's be done with all this. It's going to be over. Nothing else is going to happen.
How are you handling things? I mean, from my understanding, you don't ever go home, but outside of
I go home. I go home at night. You ever seen the movie Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's my life. I go home at night. I go to sleep. I wake up. I go to work. I work all day. I go home at night. I go to sleep. I wake up. I go to work. It's my life.
Is that the key to staying normal? Is just keeping yourself busy? Is that the
Man, I don't know. I mean, I don't recall the last time that I was normal, but
Well, I mean sane, because this thing is crazy.
yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess that's a relative term as well, isn't it?
What do you do when you get out? What do you do when you go home? How's Brian Pearson and why?
I go home and I spend some time with my kids and some time with my wife, with little time that I have with them. I'll get a little something to eat. I have to decompress a lot, man. It's like, the weight of the day is generally on me still when I get home. So I have to sort of decompress. So a lot of times, I'll just put on some headphones and just kind of turn my mind off so that I can go to sleep. And then I just repeat it the next day. That's just kind of what I do,
Wow. Yep. I feel you.
What music you listen to?
Well, I mean, I'll watch TV a lot of times. If I'm listening to music, it'll generally be something to kind of take me away from everything. I've been on a big Pink Floyd kick lately. I've been listening to a lot of Pink Floyd. Yeah. Just to mellow myself out,
Nice. Yeah, nice. You've been, we've been asking everybody, I think these days everybody's already binged the Tiger King and the Ozark. We've been asking everybody what's their recommendation. If you were telling folks out there, hey man, this is a show that's probably been under the radar, or what's been catching your interest on television?
Well, I'll tell you, it's funny you should ask me that, because lately I started watching American Horror Story. I know it's an older one. It's an FX production. They've got it on Netflix, and I started watching the first season of that, and it's pretty intense. If you like kind of, fiction that kind of grabs you by the seat of your pants, then it's a good thing to watch. It's definitely it's scary. So if you're squeamish, don't even try. But it's interesting. It definitely makes me forget about the day. That's for darn sure.
Oh, you're in the first season.
Yeah,
I've seen quite a few seasons they've done. They're unusual in that each season is its own thing, and then they just take up the cast. So it doesn't really seem to get stale, which is a big plus as well. Are you a horror guy?
Horror.
I can be.
Horror.
I mean, not strictly. I like a lot of different things. I can be all over the spectrum as far as what I want to watch. It really depends on what mood I'm in. I'm always looking for something that really captures my attention, something that really kind of sucks me in. It's not. There are often times when I get into what I call a show hole, where I'm looking for something to watch, but nothing's really stimulating me. So this was the latest thing, and I got to say it's a good one. I'm looking forward. It's like 8 seasons of it too, so I'll be occupied for a while.
Have you seen Ozark yet?
I watched the first couple of seasons of it, and I haven't seen. There's new episodes, but I've been on this other thing, so it's in the hopper. I'm gonna watch it sooner or later, but I haven't gotten around to doing that yet. It's not like I have a lot of time to watch anything. I'm lucky to get one episode in at night, and then I'm out.
Well, in honor of Al Pacino's 80th birthday, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, I've been going through the old Al Pacino movies. I still get the Netflix DVDs, DVD at a time.
We get them in the mailbox.
In the mailbox. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, chock full of all sorts of viruses and germs. But yeah, so I'm rewatching the Al Pacino library. I did The Insider last night, and we did Serpico a couple days ago. So that's pretty tight. Oh,
Son of a Woman. Son of a Woman is a great Pacino movie.
Hoorah!
Yeah, hoorah!
Yeah, that guy's great. I wonder how that movie would hold up in the Me Too era, though. I always wonder. You can't help but look at some of these movies sometime and be like, oh, the 90s. I'm going to smell a woman and tell you what her name is. Yeah, they can't do that shit anymore. Dude.
It's all in how you take it, man. It's all how you take it.
Well, what are you looking forward to? I know you got Mother's Day this weekend. How we didn't tell people how to get a hold of you for Mother's Day, how to get the food.
It's very easy. All you got to do is call the restaurant, 919-643-7722. You give us a call, you tell us what you want, and we make it happen for you. That's really how it works. We're pretty easy to work with. We take special requests. My lovely wife is on the phone lines right now, so if you want to hear a pleasant voice other than mine, would be a good time to call. Would be now. Dana's there, and she's got a heck of a phone voice. I got to tell you, I every now and then, I look over there and I think to myself, how the hell did I get so lucky? She's an awesome lady. So shout out to my wife.
Well, warning: the drugs wear off eventually, and they wind up. So you got to keep them.
And then they get a dog.
Oh, is that why we have all those dogs?
Yeah. Hey, man, thank you very much for joining us. I can't wait till we can go over there and sit at your bar. I can't wait till you can come back over here again.
Hey, right back at you.
It's great having you on here for this bit of time because like we've been saying, we've really been missing folks that we've become accustomed to seeing and starting to feel like shit because we're probably taking people for granted. This thing comes along, we're like, oh man, I wish I could elbow bump every motherfucking one of y'all. So thanks a lot for coming out, Brian.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
We'll see you soon. We have the website up there on the banner. And then, of course, go there. It's going to have the phone numbers, have the specials and everything. Is up on Instagram and Facebook. And, of course, we say the specials every day here. So you can always find out what's cooking and you join us. But
Sunday, steak and crackers.
Thank you very much, Brian. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
And thank everybody else for coming out, too. We want to remind you that tonight we have a very, very special treat. It's Love and Valor has returned to play again. We were supposed to have them at the end of April, but goddamn pandemic. They are loading up instruments and stuff right now. So it's going to be a great show. So everybody come join us on the Facebook page for some Love and Valor. What you got?
That's it. I'll be here. We'll see you then.
Thanks a lot. Hey, tomorrow come and see us 5:30. We have Catherine Whalen, Danny Gruen, and Austin Riopel, the Certain Seas. And they're also going to be playing from 6 to 7 tomorrow as well. So we got some good music, and then join us next week because we have a whole bunch of really cool people joining us next week. We have Grant Heatherton, Marcella Slade,
Jeremy
Curry,
Poe.
Elise Tyler is going to be. It's this party ain't fucking stopping. So it's gonna take more than a pandemic to keep us.
All the who's of Hillsborough will be in attendance.
Who's who or what's that? So we'll see y'all directly, man. Thank y'all very much. Y'all stay safe.